All right, so this tutorial is just going to be to create a cartoon character model. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to first set the project to the correct project in case yours is not set up already. So I'm just going to set mine to I think mine was called Guy character. And then I'm going to go ahead and let me see if I open. Let's see, character 1, open. And in here, good, I have my image planes. Okay, so if you need to know how to do the image planes, just go to the previous tutorial at the end of the turnaround sketch tutorial. I explain how to lay these in here. One thing I do want to do, so I should have them good, is I want them not visible in here. So I'm going to go to show, and I'm going to turn off image planes. Image planes. All right, just because I don't want to accidentally click on them. I don't want to deal with any of that. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to break down the character into the fundamental shapes, okay? So some of them are pretty obvious. So like a sphere, there'll be a sphere here, basically a cylinder, cylinder, cylinder. Feet will be legs, arms will be cylinders, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a sphere. Now, usually I just click on this, but just to make sure I have the right settings, I'm going to go to Create, Polygon Primitives. I'm going to go Sphere, hit the option box. And I'm just going to make sure it's 8 by 8 for the axis and height division and hit create. And there it is. Yay. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm zooming in here. I'm going to go to edges. So right click, drag up to edges. I just flick because it's faster. So hold shift, click each diagonal one. Those are the ones that are perpendicular or that are not running parallel with the origin lines here. And same thing here. Boom, 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 boom. Bam. Okay. So now it's all nice and quads. So we're going to take this. I'm going to go over here, hit W for the move, pull this guy up, and we're going to scale it wider. All right, like so. That looks okay. And I'm going to go over here. And actually looks okay there too. But I would scale it just on the one axis and not the other two, but that actually looks okay. I'm going to hit Control D or Command D, depending on what you were on. I'm going to pull this down, and I'm going to scale it a little bit smaller. These are the only spheres I need for mine. Control D, W. Now, I could set this to the side. Sometimes I do that. I'll just like put this over here, so if I need it later, I have it. Now, I only need this for the bottom part of my guy here. The top is actually going to be a cylinder. So I'm gonna look over here and let's just scale this up just a little bit. Okay. So basically this is what my character currently looks like. So I'm just gonna delete the top half of this. I'm gonna right click, go to face, boom, double click. So I click on one, hold shift, double click, grabs a line all the way across, delete, double click on just one face, gets rid of that. I don't really need this grid plane, so I'm gonna click on my waffle, turn that off. All right. Yay. So the next shape I'm going to need that's really going to be pretty popular is going to be the cylinder. So again, I'm going to create polygon primitives, cylinder, hit the option box, make sure it's 8 for your axis divisions, and hit create. Boom, there it is. All right, and we're going to do the same thing we did before. So I'm going to go to the diagonal ones. All right, so again, the ones that are perpendicular, or not, that are not running parallel, I should say. The diagonal ones. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one, this one, this one, this one, and delete. This one, this one, this one, this one, and delete. Okay. And good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and Control D to duplicate, and I'm going to pull this down here. And then I'm going to keep continuing to work on this one. So I'm going to scale it. All right, and we'll move it down. And now I'm going to right click and go to vertex. Click and drag. Pull this up to the top here, right to where the shoulder line is, right where the arms come out basically. And I'm going to scale this down. Okay, I'm grabbing it by the center, not by these other ones. Okay, that way it does it universally. Okay, I'm going to go to this view, and I'm going to look here, and let's see. So you can see it's back a little bit, something like this. And I'm also going to scale it this way a little bit more. So this way you'll see now it's an oval. Okay, there you go. So it's like that. Okay, so that looks pretty okay. Now we're going to take this. All right, So now we got this one and that one. So I'm going to Control D, W, put this up for the arm. And I'm going to continue working on this one for the leg. Scale this down, and we're going to pull it up and over roughly where the leg would be. All right. And we'll go to vertex, grab those, pull them straight down. All right. And we'll just scale this out a little bit wider. Not that much. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to rotate it. And you can see it's on the blue, which if you look over here is the Z axis. So I could type 90 into Z here on rotate Z. Or if I just hold J and grab just the blue, it'll do 15-degree increments. So you have to hold J while you do it. All right. And I'm going to pull this over. Unfortunately, this turnaround sketch kind of stinks because I didn't draw an arm width one. Sometimes it's good to have a top one too. So that was bad on me. I'm just going to have to guesstimate this. So I'm going to scale this a little bit wider. A little bit wider. Let's pull this over here. And I'm going to go to vertex. It's a little bit easier just to pull these vertices. All right. And we'll say roughly, we'll put it right about there. Okay. Good. And the next thing I'm going to need basically are just the cubes. Okay. I'm actually got good. I'm just going to get rid of that sphere now because I'm not going to need that later. All right. So now I just need the cubes. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a cube. So create polygon primitives, cube, option box. Just make sure it's 1 by 1 by 1. Just makes it a single face cube on all areas. And we're just going to go like this. Put it over there. Line it up. And these are really just placeholders because we're not going to be keeping these anyways. Go a little bit wider. And I'm going to go to the side view here. And I'm going to go to vertex. Take this. Pull this forward. I'm going to grab just the top and kind of go down. Grab this side and push it back like that. And that looks like a foot, roughly. I need another cube, so I'm just going to click on this to make another cube. Just the on the shelf. And go up here. And we're going to kind of set it up. And I'm just going to kind of make it longer. And we're going to go to the front view here. And scale it thinner. Oops. And just move it up. There we go. Okay. And now if you look, I had the rough silhouette of my character. And what I could do is, if you want, I'm just going to click this, hold shift, click and drag this. Hit Control G or Command G for group, and then hit and then we'll just go to Edit, Duplicate Special Option Box. I'm going to do an instance, parent's fine, and we're just going to, the only number we're going to change is -1 on scale, X, Y, Z, which means it's going to scale at -1, and then I'm going to hit Duplicate Special. And now I have it on both sides. Now, if I want to, I'm going to get rid of these. So if I select this and this, I'm going to hit Control H, that just hides those. That way I don't have to deal with looking at them. Make sure I didn't mess this up. Good. Okay. And what's nice is that, you have this, you have the basic silhouette. And if I turn on the lights, because there are no lights in the scene, it's going to make it black. Okay. And so I can actually kind of see what the silhouette value of the model is already. All right. Now what we need to do basically is go through, and I'm going to turn the lights back off. Go through and add edges and things to these in order to more fully commit the shape, as well as connect the pieces and things. Okay. But we have the basic layout done at this point.